Yo, what's up, guys? Back at it again with my original Krabby Patty formula, E-Drags plus Druids, Wombo combo. I got class in a little bit, but the update just dropped, so let's just get these attacks over with. Dude, I just started recording and there's already an annoying spectator. Please, bro, there's literally nothing to see here, man. Other than the Dragon Warrior himself executing raw talent with a high testosterone army. Alright, not gonna lie, I haven't even started attacking yet. I'm already tilted by that little peekaboo eye on the side. Whatever, man. I'm probably just gonna drop 3 drags on the left here to take out the CC and these annoying heroes and long shot. Hopefully the dragons can converge into the heroes there. Nice. Let's just keep toteming and kill off these heroes. I know what my drags are doing, but I might as well just drop my E-drags down here. I'm gonna drop my totem to block the AD and the Revenge Tower, and then I can arrow to get the sweepers. Nice, I got the ADs too. Good arrow. Wait, why is my Minion Prince kind of low? I think I might have to force my Warden ability to save him. Let me pop. Bro, why is my Warden and Minion Prince always beefing, man? Can't they just stick together? Let's drop my Druids behind my E-Drags, and I'm looking to freeze these 2 Infernos right here. Nice. I think I can Rage my E-Drags to push in faster. Draw my RC. Alright, let me just pop my RC ability actually because the mono is hitting her. I got one more totem. I'm just going to wait to totem the wizard, super wizard tower to protect that E-Drag in the middle here. That E-Drag, nice. That one E-Drag is chaining a lot. Perfect. Alright, pretty clean triple here. Honestly, after my Minion Prince died for fun in the beginning there, I thought I would fail this, but hey, maybe it's a new buff. Thank you, Supercell. Thank you very much, man. You know what? I'm gonna thank myself actually, because I literally made this army anticipating the balance changes. You know, that's a Dragon Warrior, baby. Always thinking 2 steps ahead. Always playing 5D chess. Always unemployed. Always living in your mom's basement. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see this next base right quick. Bruh, you gotta be kidding me. Who keeps spectating? Oh, I wanna spectate. You can I spectate? I'm a spectator. Like, please, bro. I'm gonna have to leave my clan to finish my attacks after this one, man. Alright. Is this like a new meta base or something? There's this new wave of bases that's really annoying with 2 rage compartments on the edge and then like spread out Inferno towers in the middle. It's kinda annoying to deal with for E-Drags, but let's see if the buffs do anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is start my dragons on the top right, and I can have a nice horizontal arrow from the right here to take out 2 ADs. But first, let's drop 3 drags up top. Hopefully I can chain onto the mono and the CC here. Let's drop a totem to distract the mono in the long shot. You know what? I think I should just drop my dragons here and do a quick arrow. Nice. Alright, let's see. Anything to totem? I think I'm totem long shot. I have to freeze the Inferno Tower actually, since it's raged up. Alright, let's just pop my Warren ability. No need to be too greedy here. And let me just totem to protect the giant, and I'm going to place my RC up top here to help this E-Drag take out this rage compartment. I'm gonna drop a freeze on this Inferno in the Bomb Hive, and alright, I can pop my RC ability soon here. I'll just pop it right now. Okay, I'm gonna totem distract that queen, protect my RC. My RC should be fine for a while. I'm gonna wait for my giant to walk in. Yeah, let's just totem to protect my giant. My sexy giant is gonna do a lot of work here on the multi-archer and the super wizard. I'm gonna totem protect my oh, it's a pretty bad totem actually. The Rico is bouncing off. Alright, I don't think it matters though. Yeah, there's no more air threats. Boom. Another masterclass by Dragon Warrior himself. Hope my spectator enjoyed spectating, man. Honestly, I'm so fucking tired right now. Like, I'm not really using my brain to attack. I was traveling over the weekend and I just flew back late last night. And, you know, I'm broke as hell, you know, so I was flying Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines economy class at like 1 a.m. Not to shit on anyone who flies Spirit economy, of course, but you know, if there's like a tier below economy class, I'd be buying that ticket. Like, if there's like a bathroom standing up class, dude, they can literally tell me to stand beside the bathroom and listen to people take a shit all flight. I'd buy that. I'd buy that ticket immediately, man. Anyway, so when I boarded the flight, the seat next to me was still empty, right? And so I had to play that game where I'm sat down and I'm watching the people board, and I was just praying that someone normal sits next to me, you know, because I have PTSD from a few months ago. I was sitting next to this like morbidly obese guy, and his guts were literally spilling over the seat. I had to fold myself into my seat like I was a foldable bag or something, you know, just to avoid touching this guy's sweaty waist. And the whole flight, you know, I don't want to be mean or anything, but he didn't smell like roses and butterflies, right? And I just vividly remember the whole flight, I was just like whiffing in the smell of ass crack. And it was a flight from California to Chicago, so it was 5 fucking hours. So, you know, I'm not like fat phobic or anything. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a prejudiced person, but you know, all I'm asking for is like, just don't invade my personal space. You know what I'm saying? And like, don't smell like butt crack either, I guess. So yeah, it was one of the worst experiences, I think, of my life. I could still taste the smell in my mouth, honestly. Yeah, so I have PTSD from that experience. So last night, on my flight, I was just like waiting for someone to take the seat next to me, and I was just praying that it was a normal person. Like, you know, I don't have high standards, right? I'm not like expecting to sit next to some cute chick, you know, especially on a Spirit Airline economy class, right? The cute chicks are all getting flown out to Dubai in private jets, so like, I'm not expecting much, right? I'd say my in-flight philosophy is just please give me a normal person. That's all I'm asking for. Um, Hold on. This attack isn't going very well, is it? Can I still clutch this? I think my queen has to take out the multi-gear here. Alright, well, that's what I get for autopiloting my attacks, I guess. Pretty high percentage though, so can we get this CC? Alright, 96%, I'll take it, whatever. Alright, let's just go next. Should probably plan for my next attack, I don't want to fail too many. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, man, this like double rage on the edge base is so meta nowadays, I keep seeing it. I'm gonna go behind one of the spitters, and yeah, alright, let me just look for a giant arrow angle here on this sweeper. I think I'm gonna take out the sweeper and 280s. I missed a sweeper, unlucky. Let me just place my dragons down, totem the AD. I'm gonna rage these bottom dragons up so they can funnel in. I'm gonna totem the super wizard here and then totem the multi-gear, protect my queen. I'm gonna warn ability once my dragons push into this rage up. Yeah, let me just warn ability now, rage my dragons up, and I'm gonna totem the guardian here. I'll drop my RC to freeze up that mono, I guess. Draw my druids behind my dragons. I think my druids are gonna get a lot of value here because they're stepping onto the rage. Alright, I think I'll just drop a rage here to just push in through all this high value. I'll freeze the Inferno, and my last totem, I guess I'll just totem the air defense here, and the freeze, I'll wait till my troops push in, and I'll freeze the Inferno and the enemy queen. Yeah, let's just drop the freeze right about now, that's fine. Yeah, anyway, so I guess back to my story. I was just waiting for someone to sit next to me, and then this guy rocking a man bun, he came over, and he like placed his duffel bag in the overhead compartment, and he's like, excuse me, you know, this is my seat. And so he took the seat. I'm like, alright, great, seems like a normal guy, perfect. You know, and so I didn't think much of it. And then the flight takes off, I doze off, right? I was trying to get some rest. Hold on, this attack is super close. Am I gonna get this? I think my queen can kill the multi-archer. Oh my god. Oh my god, please kill this fat builder, bro. Get it, Sneezy, get it! Oh, easy triple, easy crush. Another masterclass from Dragon Warrior himself. Oh, whoops, I accidentally removed the... Whoopsie daisies. Alright, so, yeah, you know, I was just on a flight, like, I was trying to doze off, trying to get some rest. Like, it was a 1 a.m. flight, and I had to wake up early for... Dude, what is this base? What is this base, man? I'm so done with, like, the 3 isolated infernos, isolated revenge tower, like, whatever, man. I'm just gonna send it. Anyway, so I had to wake up early for an interview the morning after, which was today, right? Which didn't go very well, by the way. So I really wanted to get some extra sleep on the flight, as did everyone else, honestly. Like, everyone else just looked exhausted as fuck. I mean, it's a 1 a.m. flight on a Sunday night, right? Everyone's clearly trying to get back to work. So I slept for like 20 minutes, and the whole flight was just silent and the lights were off, and I just heard the man bun guy beside me go like, "Excuse me, sir, excuse me," and he was just trying to get out because I was sitting in the aisle seat and he's closer to the window. So I had to let him go out, and I had to stand up just to let him get out because the seats are small and narrow as hell. And I was just thinking like, all right, bro, you know, go take your piss, man. And then he doesn't go to the bathroom. Like, instead he takes his bag out from the overhead compartment, and then sits back down. And I'm like, all right, bro, you know, better be important, you know, maybe he was taking his medication out or something, I don't know. So, I just tried to fall back asleep because, you know, I'm a light sleeper, so once I wake up, it's kind of hard for me to fall back asleep. So I was just trying to close my eyes and have some, get some rest. And then, like, not even 3 minutes later, like, once again, just right in my ear, he's like, "Excuse me, sir, excuse me." And dude, like, he wanted to get up again. And I was just like, what the fuck is it now, you know? Like, but I'm super polite in real life. So I was just like, all right, you know. I stood up again, let him out. And all he wanted to do was place his bag back in the overhead compartment. So I guess he took something out. I couldn't really see because the whole flight was completely dark and everyone was like asleep, right? So once again, like, he sat back down, I sat back down, I closed my eyes. I'm like, all right, bro, it's over. Like, time to get some rest, you know. I have to, like, wake up early to prepare for my interview. And as soon as I closed my eyes, this glaring light just suddenly shines right into my face. Like I was standing under a UFO or something. It just shone right into my eyes and pretty much gave me a migraine. So this man bun guy basically turned on the overhead reading lights that planes have for some reason. You know, and like the first 30 seconds I was just like still with my eyes closed. I didn't think much of it. I'm like, all right, dude, maybe he dropped his glasses or something on the ground. I was just trying to find it. And then like 5 minutes later, the light was still on. And I couldn't fall asleep anymore. Like, I was just wide awake. And I just turned around to see what the hell he was doing. He was reading a fucking book. Like, what? So he went through all that trouble just to take a book out of his fucking bag, you know, in the middle of a pitch black 2 a.m. at that point flight where everyone was sleeping. He turns on the reading light, you know, the reading light that's like installed above all the seats, which pretty much no one uses other than for an emergency, especially at that hour, and just starts reading a fucking book. Like, yeah, you can read a book. Like, plenty of people were like using their phones or their computers or like their Kindles, and to do whatever they want, read a book, watch a movie or whatever. But they were all doing it like on their devices. He's the only one in the entire plane that turned on like the reading light. Like no one fucking turns that shit on. Especially, I want to emphasize, it's 2 a.m. Like most people were asleep. Damn, this attack looks kind of dicey. It's not my fault, bro. It's the man bun guy's fault. Like actually talking about it just triggers me so much because, you know, like who does that, bro? Who does that? And I swear to God, like I'm super self-aware, right? Like the first thing I asked myself was, am I overreacting? And I swear to God, like people 3 seats in front of me were literally standing up and turning around to see where the light was coming from. And it was just this guy beside me. I had to like fucking like lean away from him just so other people didn't think the light was like me. I wasn't the one who's turning on the light. And yeah, like it's just so performative, man. Like you have your entire life to read a book. Why do you have to do it right now and just turn like I don't know, man. I don't know what some people are thinking, but it gets better too. Like because I couldn't fall back asleep and I am too much of a I don't know, like you can call me a pussy or I'd rather say I'm soft spoken in real life. So I didn't really want to tell him to turn it off, right? Like technically he did have the right to read a book right then. It's just about decency, in my opinion. And so I didn't say anything, but I thought the least I could do was just see what fucking book is he reading. Like is he like curing cancer or something? And bro, this guy was reading this guy was reading like the Stephen Hawking biography or something, The Theory of Everything. Bro, the theory of these nuts, like what the it's so performative. Like I instantly drew the connection, man. That guy's the exact type of guy who goes into a cafe every single day to like fucking read a book, It's just like he probably has a Labubu on his duffel bag as well, It's just so performative. There's no reason for you to be reading a Stephen Hawking biography at 2 a.m., like disrupting everyone else on the flight, you know what I'm saying? So the entire 3-hour flight, I didn't get any rest whatsoever. When the flight was descending and the crew members turned on the lights, he immediately closed his book and he was done reading. Like when the lights were off and people were trying to sleep, he has to read his book, he has to learn about the theory of everything. As soon as we start to descend and the lights come back on, he's done reading instantly, man. He's finished learning about the theory of my nuts. Like, okay, dude. Like, we get it, man. You're an avid reader, So, basically, I didn't get any rest whatsoever last night, I slept for like 2 hours. I set an alarm for like 6 a.m. because I wanted to wake up early and prepare for my interview. But man, as soon as I heard that fucking alarm, I just like snoozed for 1 hour. So yeah, I just went to that interview raw, and honestly, whatever, because it was over before it even began, right? Like the guy was 10 minutes late. I was sitting alone on Zoom, like wondering what the fuck is going on. Oh my god, wait, this space actually looks so easy for you drags with how grouped up everything is. Finally, man. Finally a freebie, as opposed to like all the spread out Inferno, spread out fucking Revenge, spread my legs out at this point. Yeah, so yeah, I was just sitting on a Zoom alone and just wondering like if I screwed up. I was like frantically looking through my emails, making sure I had the right link, I was in the right time zone, and the guy was just fucking 10 minutes late. And his camera angle was super zoomed out. He was probably like in a meeting room or something, so I could see like the entire table, his entire body. And I could just see he was on his phone the entire interview. Like, I don't know if he's like scrolling reels or texting his girlfriend, but He was just on his phone the entire interview, looking extremely bored and just uninterested of me. And, you know, I was on that, like, interviewee copium, right? I was like, oh, this is just a stress test. Like, he must be stress testing me, you know? He's pretending to give me an attitude so, you know, he can see if I can perform under pressure. And yeah, see, I was, like, coping so fucking hard. But, yeah, like, it was over before it even began because I could barely understand what he was saying, man. He was like, oh, I remember. He asked me a game theory question, like a lottery question. There's end player, whatever, you know. So like, he's like, there's end players, and each of them played $1 into, and if they all win, and I couldn't understand what he was saying, which is totally fine in and of itself. But the problem was, he got really upset at me when I asked for clarification, and you know, whatever, man. I give up on that. Plus 301, alright, I'll take it. GG's.